Hell happens every day in the besieged city of Mariupol. Emergency workers at this residential block search for survivors. The mayor says more than 20,000 people have been killed as Russian forces use conventional weapons to batter and besiege this city. Then, overnight, a claim they may have resorted to chemical agents too. Ukrainian fighters released interviews with a handful of people alleged to have been affected.
Mariupol will fall.
A soldier from Ukraine's Azov battalion said his unit had no capacity to run toxicology tests, but he said whatever had been fired had caused victims briefly to pass out.
What we have right now, just the unusual symptoms, of unknown substance, and thank God the people were exposed to these substances for not a very long time.
In the UK, a defence minister said he couldn't confirm if a chemical weapon had been deployed, something Britain is urgently checking, but he warned of the consequences should such a red line be crossed.
Let's be clear, if they are used at all, then President Putin should know that all possible options are on the table in terms of how the West might respond.
But it's unclear what impact any Western threats have on the calculations of the Russian leader, here out visiting a space centre with his Belarusian ally. He repeated his baseless excuses for the invasion.
The clash with neo-Nazi forces in Ukraine was unavoidable. They were choosing a time to attack. Later developments demonstrated how deeply it was embedded. It's an obvious fact. This neo-Nazism became a fact of life of quite a big country close to us.
The only fact of life in Mariupol is that it's being extinguished by Russia's war. And it's an attack that looks set to intensify as Russian forces refocus firepower on the southeast. For the Ukrainian defenders, they'll fight to win, die trying, or end up captured.
Do you think you can survive this, or are you worried that you will die? Are you willing to die?
Am I sure that I will survive? I guess not. I'm not sure will I survive. Second one, do I fear death? No. Do I will die? No, I will not die. I will not die until I fight.
A British volunteer fighting with them has had to surrender to the Russians. 28-year-old Aidan Aslin, who goes by the name Johnny, is pictured on the right. Russia-backed separatists fighting in the east denied using chemical weapons in Mariupol. But Western officials fear the longer this war goes on, the greater the risk they will be. Deborah Haynes, Sky News, Kyiv.